Hello students, good morning. I hope all of you are very fine and enjoying your online studies. So today we are going to start children chapter 3 part 1 handling images in HTML. Children, in this lesson we will learn how to handle images in HTML programming. Okay? Students, now we will see importance of images in a website. Well, you can create a web page with only text content, but it would not be interesting compared to one that has an image. Viewer will be able to effectively relate if there are visual illustrations supplementing your text content. सिर्फ text से या words से we cannot make understand clearly or more interestingly about the topic to our viewers or audience. So image has its own importance, children. You can further elaborate and present the purpose of your website into a more dynamic and creative way with the use of image. Well, it is said that a picture is better than 1,000 words. Picture or images attract majority of the persons and convey an important message to the audience. If a web page shows a picture, the user will immediately pay attention to it. Definitely हमारा ध्यान और उस इमेज पे तुरंत जाता है rather than टेक्स्ट को पढ़ने से. Understood, children? So further it is observed that pictures increase degree of understanding and acceptance in general. Images are added to a web page using the img tag in HTML. So we have already added an image as a background in the previous chapter. So there are other ways to include an image on a web page that we will see. For example, the following line would add image called rainbow.jpg into a page. So for that command is img src is equals to rainbow.jpg. So children, in this example use src attribute which is described below along with other attributes that may be used with the image tag. We will see ahead. Students, now we will learn how to insert image in HTML page or in HTML programming. To insert image in HTML page, img tag is used. Img in between angular brackets, that tag is used. The syntax of HTML image is: in HTML, images are defined with img tag. The img tag is empty. It contains attributes only and does not have closing tag. Okay, and the src attribute specifies the URL of the image. img tag, src tag, and one more alt tag we will study ahead. The src attribute specifies the URL, that is uniform resource locator, that means web address of the image. Got it, children? So what we have studied, children? The img tag is used to embed an image in an HTML page. Images are not technically inserted into a web page. Images are linked to a web pages. Okay, to the web pages. The img tag creates a holding space for the referenced image, and the img tag has two required attributes. One is src, another is alt. src specifies the path of the image and alt specifies an alternate text, that is alternate text for the image if the image for some reason cannot be displayed. Okay, so alt work for text about that image. Got it? Students, here on this screen you can see the coding for showing multiple images in HTML. So this is the coding programming of HTML which you have to write down in notepad. Okay, and then after this is taken from your textbook itself. So please write down this complete coding for adding multiple images in a HTML document and then save this file with file name .html. Okay, and you can see the output in Internet Explorer with HTML file. So you may see, children, in these images output is also given. 3 images are given. The first image is of chocolates, children, my favorite food. Then second image is fruits and dry fruits, and the third is ice creams. So you can see 3 images are given over here in this output. Children, this code listing contains some dotted lines. You can see in your programming. It's not in output. In programming you can see these dotted lines will not be displayed in web page as they are embedded within comment tag. You can see here in bracket, angular bracket, exclamatory mark, then dash 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 and dash dash, angular bracket closed. So this is for writing comment. The line simply divides the code section into separate blocks for ease of reading and better understanding, as web browser will accept only valid HTML statements. We cannot directly enter a dotted line, so we have to embed the line within comment tag. Got it, children? Students, now we go to alt attribute in HTML. The alt attribute specify an alternate text for an area if the image cannot be displayed. The alt attribute provides alternative information for an image if a user for some reason cannot view the image because of slow connection or an error in the Src attribute, or if the user uses a screen reader or any other reason. Then alt attribute works for to display a text about the image. For example, img src is equals to rainbow.bmp, alt is equals to this is a rainbow. Just in case rainbow image is not displayed, but message will display because of alt attribute. That message, this is a rainbow. I hope you understood, children. Next is, children, Src attribute, which we have already studied before. Now in detail, Src attribute in HTML, that the purpose of this attribute is to specify a URL for an external file or resource. URL, that is Uniform Resource Locator. HTML Src attribute supports frame, iframe, img, that is image, input and script elements. Students, the Src attribute provides information about location of the image. The location here refers to the source of the image. It tells the browser where to find the image. Many times we use URL as an image location without mentioning the source of the image. It is impossible for browser to find and display an image. To include an image from a URL given as here, children, http and the following complete image path, we may write following tag. It is a good practice to create a separate folder or directory for images. This approach is better, especially when the website is large and uses multiple images. So code to add 3 images one by one in HTML is shown also in code listing above that we have seen. Understood, students? Students, here on screen you can see a very simple example of image. So HTML body, in h1 we are writing the image element, h1 closed. Now the path of image, img src is equals to image lotus.jpg, alt is equals to lotus in a font with 500, height 600, body closed, HTML closed. So you can see the output of image as width is 500 and height is bigger, that is 600. Got it? Students, try this example in notepad in your computer. Go to notepad and write down this example and see the output. Okay, are you getting the same or not? Next we go to the height and width attribute of HTML, children. The height and width attribute is in HTML is used to specify the height. and width of the element. The values are set in pixel. Okay, so by providing additional information about the height and width of an image to the web browser, presentation and loading of an image in a web browser becomes smooth and efficient. Here the web browser knows the amount of space to be allocated to the image. So it is to be noted that your image should not be greater than your screen. It should not be bigger than your screen. However, it is possible to accommodate larger images into an HTML coding. So it is also not advisable to magnify or shrink the images by using much higher or lower height and width values. Doing this will ruin the quality and visibility of the image. I hope you understood, children. Here one example of height and width is given, children, where img src is equals to rainbow.bmp, alt is equals to this is a rainbow, and width 180, height 120. So you can see, children, rainbow image where the width is 180 and height is 120. Comparatively, height is lesser, so you can see in this image. Students, next we go to the align attribute of image. The align attribute, by itself the name, it's clear alignment of the image. So whether where it is to be displayed in center of the document, left, right. So let's see. The align attribute is used to align the given image within the page or any element that contains the image. Example for the same is given here. That is img src is equals to paris.jpg, alt is equals to paris, align is equals to center. Here you can see in output, children, image is at the left align. Actually it is center as per the document. Here it is displayed. Okay students, here I end up this session 1, part 1 of this chapter. We will continue in next video rest of the features of image in HTML, children. Please go through this video along with your textbook. That will help you a lot, and try to practice the examples in notepad. Thank you. So see you, children, again in the next session in next video. Till then, please keep watching this video and have practice. Take care of self. Good day. Be safe.